Right, sorry about that. I had to take a phone call. Alright. Seems to be issues with this, with the consistency of the ejection. A lot of them going pretty good, and some of them, for whatever reason, aren't. Yeah, what I'm going to do, and I'll show you this here. You know what? Usually helps if you take the takedown pin out. Slide comes off so much easier that way. See? Alright. Yuck. What I'm going to do here, once again, I'm going to remove this extractor, but before I do, I'm going to show you something here. I'll show you on the other one that it'll hold the round in place. And this one will too. It's not real tight. Actually, you know what? Take that back. I'm not going to screw with that. I'm going to leave it like it is. Because it's grabbing it a little tighter. I polished a little bit on the pad. And I keep talking about this pad, and I still haven't showed you where it is. If you look at an extractor, it's got that little square pad just behind the claw. And you got the recess and the pad. And if you take that pad down a little bit, it'll allow that claw to move in a little bit farther. That's how you get it to grab around. If you get it too tight, you can take a little bit off of that claw and loosen it back up again. On a 1911, the case is held in that recess. The head of the case is actually grabbed by the recess, and the claw doesn't actually touch the casing until it goes to pull it out, and then it's, you know, grabbing it on the inside. But it doesn't go all the way through to touch the casing inside that recess. Well, the Taurus extractor works differently. It grabs it with that claw going all the way into the recess and getting up against it, so you can adjust it tighter or looser that way. And you can take quite a bit off of it and it'll still work. I mean, I ground the crap out of that one trying to get it to grab the recess, and it still works, as you just saw. Alright. Well, seeing how tight that one is, and it seems that my polishing is tightening up a little, I'm going to leave it like it is and just see what it does with the 17-pound spring. I'm going to try a little bit different ammo too, just for grins. Went up to Walmart yesterday, and they didn't have any of my favorite El Cheapo Federals. They didn't have a Winchester white box either. Well, they did, but it wasn't regular old Winchester white box. What it is their personal protection line, 230 grain jacket hollow point. So, I'm not a big fan of Winchester these days, I'll tell you. It hurt my feelings to buy these, but you need bullets. You gotta do what you gotta do. Where are you? Got a big giant hole in it. It's be interesting to see how they feed. Got some lead fly down there. It's interesting that the specs on this stuff is 880 feet per second from a 5-inch barrel, which is the same thing that the Supreme line does, if I remember correctly. We're real close to it, so other than the projectile being different, it's loaded fairly warm for what it is. That's what they say anyway, but they always overestimate. Alrighty, Roo. I'm going to shoot these offhand, I think. Holy shit, that thing vaporized. Boom. Well, that was pretty darn good right there. I didn't feel anything hit me in the head. And all things considered, the less that happens, the better I'll like it. See how these go. This magazine's not liking these rounds. The tin can's not liking them either. Winchester primers. If they've got a hellacious dimple in it, this won't go bang. I do not trust these Winchester primers at all. That's why I didn't want to buy them. But man's got to do what a man's got to do. And I'm putting that 19-pound spring back in. Nothing hit me in the head there, which I am just so happy about. This magazine is one to get labeled. It should want to get labeled if I can find my tape there. Back up to go. Shoot. And I'll tell you what. That's sitting in the basement. Alright, well, screw it. I lost it anyway. Which one was it? I don't know. Let's try this one next. Alright. Put the heavier spring back in. I do like this heavier spring, especially with plus P's, but even with the standard velocity stuff that can cycle it, it tames the recoil a little bit. Not like I said off the tail to begin with, but you know, every little bit helps.